All right, YouTubers, welcome back to DB's Bassin. Man, I am stoked about what happened this weekend. I had a couple of my followers and my subscribers to catch giant bass. One of my followers and subscribers caught his PB this weekend on a trick worm technique that I think he got off the channel. Well, I do know that I met him downtown and I gave him an actual color that I love to use, and I saw it on the video that he sent me or the picture that he sent me. So man, if you see this channel, you see this video, hey, drop a comment down there and let me know, was that the worm that we talked about when you met me, or was that something you got off the channel? Check it out down there and let me know. All right. But I was really stoked about that, man. I was excited, man. I seen that thing. That was a freaking freak of nature, big giant bass, and I got excited. I had another follower and subscriber. Got it wrote down here so I won't forget. I know, right? You write it down so you won't forget. Follower catches. Okay, he caught his first bass on a rod and reel combo that me and him talked about down there at Bass Pro Shop. He met me personally down there, and man, hey man, congratulations. You did that thing. You went out there, you worked it out. Y'all got to know that y'all got to go out there, put these techniques to work, and hey, be patient with it. Fishing is all about patience and making choices. So, hey, be patient, get out there and try to catch them, man. You're going to catch them. You fish long enough with anything, you're going to catch them. But what we're going to try to do is knock out some of the guesswork here on DB's Bassin channel, so that you can actually get to catching and don't have to do a lot of thinking. And regardless of that, sometimes you just got to do a lot of thinking to try to catch them. I'm just saying, this is nature. We're battling nature, all right? Anyway, today's topic, we're going to talk about some crankbaits. I know, man, I am a crankbait fanatic. I'm talking about, man, let's see here. Percentage, 100% scale, how much money I won on a crankbait? Quite a bit. How much do I use a crankbait? Probably, realistically, about 52% of the time, I'm probably throwing a crankbait. So that's a lot. That's more than half the time. That's not just how much I throw a crankbait. And you know, well, I don't know if you know or not, all y'all got to know that I'm a shallow water angler. Now, I do go deep sometimes. Now, I'm from the South, like John Cox. That's a Southern guy. I'm a Southern guy. Man, John Cox is even more Southern than I am. And so we like shallow water fishing, man. I love shallow water fishing. You know, John Cox made a living off of it. Hardly ever go deep. Even when they on shallow water ponds, that, you know, he some kind of way find some fish shallow. And the reason being, because in the past 10 to 15 years, you know, electronics came out and they started getting high tech and guys started fishing offshore, and they was winning, no doubt. But there was a couple of shallow water anglers, man, that were wearing them out shallow and winning. And that's because those fish, they don't have to share. Use his head. And so, you know, I'm a river rat and I run the river a lot. You put me on a body of water on the river or something like that, you better watch out, because I'm gonna have me a square bill crankbait in my hand. I'm gonna go to work, and I'm telling you, we're gonna make this thing happen. Now, nonetheless, without further ado, before we go any further, what I want to do is thank all of my subscribers and all of my followers for being with DB. Y'all make me who I am, and y'all make this channel what it is. Now, speaking of the channel, down in the description, I'm going to have my Cash App name down there, so that if you want to help support the channel and help grow the channel and things of that nature, or even purchase a DB Bassin kit or something like that, or a shirt or a hat that's going to be coming up pretty soon for DB, this is just kind of help me out and grow me a little bit more. And share me, subscribe me to your friends, and let them know too also about the DB's products. They're gonna be coming up soon, and I'll be posting a lot of this stuff. And I also in the future to come, I'm going to probably be having live seminars down there somewhere near a Coastal Bass Pro Shop. So I'll give fair enough notice just in case some of my followers and subscribers have to travel to Memphis to actually see me and get autographs and things like that and purchase some products or whatever. I have a few giveaways and all things like that. Down there, edit when I tell y'all like it is. But on another show, I'm going to tell you when I'm going to have it and things of that nature. All right, cool. Now check this out. Without further ado, let's get into crankbaits. Got a few crankbaits I like to use. I'm throwing them out right here. These crankbaits I fish exclusively year-round. All except about one color. All right, ouch. Hey, remember, if a hook don't make you say ouch, throw that thing away. All right. Got a couple of crankbaits. All right. Ain't it fun just searching through the crankbaits and stuff? Getting yourself stuck by hooks, pulling them out. Ain't it just fun? Just get yourself stuck by hooks. It's fumbling with them, man. I know, right? All right. Now, here we go. Let's dive off into it. The first crankbait I want to introduce you all is a square bill. Man, I love square bill crankbaits. I throw them for my life. I'm talking about I throw them things. Let me tell you. All right, first one I want to talk about is this ouch. Y'all already know what's coming after that. If a hook don't make you say ouch, you know the rest. All right, check this out. Square bill crankbait. This color right here is almost one of the colors I love to throw exclusively. I'm talking about it don't have a lot of, different crazy colors. It just look like a brim or a bluegill or a perch or something like that. In any body of water that I've been to, I throw it at Pickwick, Kentucky Lake. I throw it on the Mississippi River, Columbus, Horseshoe, Dardanelle, you name it. I throw that color. I don't care. I throw it. Man, that I got confidence in it. When you got a bait that you got confidence in, throw that thing. Throw it. And this bait right here, or this color, I won a ton of money on. All right. Now, this color right here, I fish the kind of water I like to fish it in. Well, if I'm on a clear body of water, if it's after a hard rain or something like that in the springtime, the water is dingy and stained, this is the color I like to use. I like to throw it on somewhere between 8 to 12 pound test and a light action rod. You don't want a heavy rod or heavy line because this bait will not have the action that it takes to get you bit. You take away from the action when you beef up that line and beef up that rod on this size bait. All right. Another thing about this bait I want to show you real quick. Yes. Rattles. Rattles help you trigger bites when the water is cooler. Now, I do have the same kind of baits without rattles. And I fish those kind without rattles when these fish have been kind of beat up with all kinds of noise-making baits throughout the springtime. I'll start throwing that one without rattles. So that that's a real key secret that you need to keep in mind. When everybody else is throwing baits with rattles and noise, and you know they are by kind of watching or kind of looking on their boat or whatever you got to do, or talking to them in conversation, go to baits without rattles. I'm telling you, you'll be surprised how that bite will change. And they'll be trying to figure out, how did he catch it on the same color bait? Yeah, it's the same color bait, but it don't have rattles. And just the opposite, when they are throwing baits that don't have rattles, throw them with rattles. Just the opposite. But I'm telling you, keep that secret in mind. Secrets, y'all know I love giving away secrets, right? Keep that secret in mind because, man, I'm telling you, that will change your way of square bill or crankbait fishing, all right? Now, typically with rattles, it's typically to draw a reaction strike. And usually when we use baits with rattles, like say like lipless crankbaits, we usually use those kind of baits so that you can basically trigger a reaction strike because the fish are kind of lethargic. They're not moving very well. They're kind of sluggish, kind of slow, but they want to eat some. So a lot of times those rattlers make those baits come alive to them, and they want to try to eat them for thinking something alive. Now, our next color bait. One of my all-time favorites, a fire tiger. Now, this is a bandit bait. The other bait I had was a strike king bait, but this is a bandit. Fire tiger. Man, if you don't know about fire tiger, you need to stick some fire tigers in your box, tie one on when you get to the lake, and start throwing that thing. I preferably throw the fire tiger color when the brim go to spawning, because that thing look just like a perch or sungill or bluegill or something. I freaking just throw it when those brim go on beds. Them bass can't stand it. Now, this particular one have a couple of rattles in as well. And you can try to get one of these without rattles. And I just throw both with and without rattles of the same color. All right? Bass hate that color. Now, on this one, I beef it up a little bit when those brim go on bed and stuff like that, because you're usually fishing around rock and pea gravel and sand and stuff like that. And so I beef up that line to about 15-pound test. Of course, I'm fishing shallow anyway. So you want to bang that bill around stumps and structure and stuff like that so that you can get a reaction strike. Now, let's go on off into it. I showed you chartreuse and blackback, but a chartreuse and blueback sometimes change that bite as well. Remember, I said, now this is a bigger square bill crankbait. This is not like the small one. This is the bigger one. Got a little, I think it's 2.0, and it's a strike king bait as well, but it's got the blueback. Now, trust me, that blueback make a lot of difference in that bite too. Don't think for 1 minute you can be throwing that blackback and you're not getting bit and can't change to a blueback. And you may look at it and say, well, both of them chartreuse, mostly chartreuse on the belly. Okay, let me show you here. Both of them mostly chartreuse on the belly, and the backs are totally different colors. Guess what? The bass can see that as well. So don't think for 1 minute that it won't make a difference. So if you're throwing chartreuse and blueback and you're not getting bit for a while, switch to your blackback or vice versa. I throw the 2.0s on some anywhere from 14 to 15-pound tests exclusively. I don't fish 12-pound tests on this. I just don't. Because I'm probably throwing this one in cypress knees, lay downs, a brick wall, a basket, a bucket. I don't care. I'm throwing this thing on anything. So I need a big enough line to hoist them big ones up out of there. All right. That's it for the chartreuse color. And I'm throwing it also in stained water and things of that nature. All right. Don't be afraid to throw them baits in stuff like cypress knees, lay downs, up on the docks, around docks, you name it. Don't be afraid to throw those baits in there, because guess what? Here's a secret. Here's a secret. A lot of guys in those situations would throw a spinnerbait or a chatterbait or a worm or a jig or something like that. Let me tell you, I have discovered with throwing a square bill crankbait in there, yeah, you're going to get hang up. Yeah, you're going to get hang up. Yes, you're going to get hung up in that stuff. You want to get hang up. What is wrong with me tonight? You want to get hung up. Uncut footage, right? So you want to get hung up. That's what you want to do. You don't want to be fishing, just never get hung up, never hit nothing, never hit any structure. You don't want that, because that's not where the big ones are. You want that thing to look like something wrong with it. That's why you changing your cadences up. You don't just throw it out there and burn it. You want to throw it out there, jerk, pause, or hit something intentionally to try to get that bite. All right? Now, moving right along. Lipless crankbaits. Plenty of rattles, right? Two sizes I like to use exclusively. A 1/2 ounce and a 1/4 ounce. The 1/2 ounce I like to use when I try to get that bait down a little bit deeper, and them bass are feeding typically in the fall on bigger shad. You know, 3 to 4 to 5 inch shad. That's when I like to go to the 1/2 inch. What is going on tonight? Whatever. 1/2 ounce. Because if this thing was a 1/2 inch, it'll be smaller than a 1/4 ounce route trap. But you want to use this one when those fish are feeding up on bigger key shad, bigger. No, 3 to 4 inch, 5 inch maybe. Sometimes you have to go to a 3/4 ounce and try to catch them on that. Man, look at them teeth marks on that thing. They done chewed that thing alive. Check this out. Check this out, man. I need to look at that teeth mark. Man, they chewed that joker. I'm telling you, I'm talking about Chump City. All right, so this one right here, again, you saw one with a blue back. This is blue back, and you see this one with a black back. Can they see it? Can they tell the difference? Yes, they can. I'm telling you, they live out there. Now, with this one right here, I like to use this one when it's dead hot summertime, because mind you, the shad spawn is finna get ready to happen. And by the time the summertime come, those shad ain't but like, you know, 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches long in the dead hot summertime. Them fish will gorge on them post-spawn bass will gorge on them. And that's when I like to throw this one on like some 8-pound test or something like that, maybe 10 to get it down in there. And I just tick the bottom or whatever structure I'm fishing it around like I'm crawling a worm or something. You will hear some anglers say, man, I've been worming a crankbait. I've been worming a lipless crankbait. I used to always wonder what in the world they talking about worming. How you worm a lipless crankbait? Well, you just typically throw it down there, let it sink, hit the bottom, you just start ticking it along. All right, and let the fish tell you how they want it. Now, listen, I hope you learned something from that. Before we go any further, I want to thank each and every last one of my subscribers and all of my YouTubers and all of my followers. I want you to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that once some more stuff come out, because I'm telling you, I'm dropping content. I know I've been off the channel. If you ain't saw that video, I've been off the channel. Work, and more work. But you got to make a living. So one other color I want to talk about, and here's one of my secret colors that I don't hardly ever tell anybody about. But y'all are my followers. Y'all are my subscribers. That's what I'm here for. I love it when y'all get bit. And here it is. Boom. I know. This is called bone white or just cream or off-white or something like that. Let me tell you, this is a red-eye shad. Strike King, to be exact. I'm not sponsored by none of these people. None of them. I just like their product. I mean, again, y'all know me. If it works, I use it. If it don't, I don't. I let the fish tell me what it does or if it's gonna work for me. Strike King don't sponsor me. Zoom, none of these people sponsor me. I use it. I use them. If it work, I use them. If a Walmart brand work, I use it. I don't care. If it works, DB will be throwing it. Let me tell you. If it costs $1 and I'm catching them, DB will be throwing it. If it costs $5, $10, $25 and they're catching them, DB is going to be throwing it. Now, again, I always buy bait and let the fish tell me how they like it or do they like it or whatever, depending on the technique I use it on. Without further ado, I appreciate y'all tuning in to the channel again. Remember, I'm gonna leave my Cash App information down there just in case y'all want to help me donate or whatever. Y'all heard that at the beginning. We ain't gotta go over it again. I love giving uncut, raw footage, screw ups and all, whatever, it's fishing. I hope you learned something tonight. So what we're gonna do, the next video you're not gonna wanna miss. I got some stuff that I gotta upload that I haven't uploaded yet. You're not gonna wanna miss the next video. We got some stuff coming up about some tips and techniques and things of that nature so that y'all can get more info and things like that on the DB channel. Now, I'm going to see you guys on the next video, but be sure to tune in because we got some more secrets. Remember, I get excited when y'all catch them. Peace out.